Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's doing all right. Welcome to our Wednesday breaks. Hope everybody's had a pretty good day, if not a great day. Ready for a little pack therapy, perhaps. Well, I know I sure am. It has been a day, for sure. We'll get started here in about 10 minutes. I'd just like to get the live stream started early just to make sure there are no issues. Sometimes that does happen with YouTube on occasion. I'll go ahead and get our random set up for our Prism football break. Looks like it's already sold out. So thanks to everybody who bought up all those spots. We've got Prism football and Prism basketball back to back this evening. Hopefully we'll hit a lot of good shiny stuff in both. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I've been adjusting my mic all day. I think I spent most of my day on Zoom calls. I need to turn it up a notch. All right, I've got a random set. So I'm going to open a couple packs, make sure our lights are good, make sure our focus on our cam is good. All that important stuff before we get started with the good packs. Well, that ain't right. That is a blurry card. See if we can get our focus a little cleaner. There we go. Little icky shuffle there. See, I would have made that like one of those 3x motion cards that they did, where they had the 3 exposures in the same picture. Seems somewhat fitting for the icky shuffle. Still very nice that they got a picture of him doing the icky shuffle. Little Jerry Rice. Right. Still don't like that focus for some reason. I thought I had it dialed in. There we go. I like to use the backs of these cards because that print's so small. I feel like that's a little better focused. chromium cards, see how they look in the light, since that's what we're opening. You can even see the etching there in the background. Just want to make sure there's not, make sure the light's good on it, but that there's not a glare, like when I hold it like that. It's pretty heinous. All right. Feel like we're pretty good to go with that. Focus is sharp. Color should show up well there. Let me go ahead and update our list. Looks like we're down to 33 in the basketball. Thank you, Brian, for picking up those spots. Hey, Joe. Well, I don't know if someone's soul being tickled. I don't know if that was included in the break guarantee, but I'll do what I can. But that seems like a pretty tall order. Hopefully, I can hit some good cards for you. Hey Brian, how are you doing? Guess I'll put this one up front and center. Looks like we got about 5 minutes before we start with Prism Football. I hate how that looks so blurry, but it looks nice up front. Oh well. Not the end of the world. I hope y'all can hear me all right. I'm doing fantastic. I'm getting ready to tear into some Prism, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm curious about this Prism basketball. I haven't opened any of it yet, so I'm kind of anxious to see it. And of course, Prism Football is Prism Football, so that will be fun. I've also got some, I think we're going to do, this is a player break we're doing tonight, and then we've got a team break for Saturday, and then I've got a bunch of hanger boxes coming in next week, so we'll probably run some more Prism with those. Probably do team and random player and, you know, kind of mix and match it a little bit, just to give a little bit of variety. I'm still waiting for the regular mega boxes to hit, and well, I'm sure we'll do some of that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, Brian. That's going to be nice. We're going to do that on Saturday. So that'll be awful fun to open. I'm really looking forward to seeing that in person. I feel like just because of the fact that it's on acetate, like it looks great when you watch it on YouTube, of course, but honestly, I haven't seen any of it in person. I've seen a ton of it online, but I have not yet held the cards in my hand. So I am definitely looking forward to that. That's going to be an awful lot of fun. And I have to say, I'm somewhat pleasantly surprised that people have already bought spots into that even before I had posted it on the schedule last night. So uh, looks like we've got an enthusiastic crowd for that break. I was a little kind of worried about it. Didn't know if we'd get enough people to fill it out, but I feel pretty good that it'll fill for sure. I'm doing pretty good, Brian. How are you doing this evening? You doing all right? We've got 2 Brians in the chat. That's right, Jeremy. Let's get some rookies. Absolutely. Preferably in Disco Prism format, but I will take base if we can get base of some of the top tier guys. Looks like we've got a couple minutes before we get started. Silver's good too. Silver is good too. I think we're guaranteed 1 silver in each blaster, and was it 5 discos? Yeah, 5 disco prisms. We'll get 3 base rookies. And I want to say there's a silver, although it's not on the box stipulation, but I thought I'd read that in the Panini sales material. And I know in our first box the other night we got a silver. Well, hopefully we'll get you some good cards. Yeah, I just finished work up a little while myself. Went a little later than I thought. Had to hurry up and get the table and lights and everything set up. Scrambling around a little bit. Have any of you all got snow yet? Yeah, I forgot, Brian. You're down in Georgia. It's going to have to get pretty. It's going to have to get way far south for you to get it. Well, that's probably a good thing then. Well, I understand, Brian. I am a little bit south of you in the southwest corner of Missouri, and we're getting ready to get a little bit tonight. I think. So you got 10 whole minutes of snow, Melissa? We're going to get it tomorrow for maybe an hour or so. I don't think it'll be too bad. More of a nuisance than anything. The ground's too warm to hold it. So I don't think it'll be too big of a, just enough to coat the grass, and might be a little bit of a nuisance on a bridge or two, but otherwise no big deal. Well, alrighty. It looks like it is 6 o'clock. So let's get started with our 2020 Panini Prism Football Random Player 1 Blaster Box Break number 1. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we list everybody in random.org in the order of which they purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times and then match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. Good luck, everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and lucky number 5. I've got Victor in the top spot, and Victor in the last spot. What a coincidence. Oops, wrong list. All right, let me blow that font up a little bit. I'm going to cut and paste our list over to the right and sort by everybody's names. We'll scroll through our list briefly so everybody knows who they have in the break, and then we'll tear into our box and see what we get. Thank you for that. I knew I forgot to do something. Forgot to switch the screens. So anyway, here's our initial list from the random. Cut and paste over here and sorted it by everybody's name. Sorry about that. Brian, thank you for alerting me to that fact that I had failed to flip to the other window for the list. Let's try that again, scrolling through the list. This time I see it on the screen. Hopefully you do too. Sometimes that just happens. So I have a funny story to tell you, Brian, about that Cole Kmet Genesis that we hit last week. So I put a picture of it on my Instagram, and I tag, I tag the Bears. I put a bunch of tags on it, and I tag him, thinking, well, he probably doesn't have that huge of a following, but probably has some, probably more than anything from his college days. So it was either, I want to say it's like his grandmother liked my post, because it was an older lady. I'm going to say she was probably, I don't know, I'm going to guess in her low 60s, with the last name Kmet, that liked the post. I thought that was hilarious. Alrighty, now that we have been through our list, let's open our box and see what we get. Good luck, everybody. These packs do not want to come out. Pack number 1. Marlon Mack. Melvin Ingram. Got a nice little rookie coming up. Justin Jefferson. And then we have a Disco Prism of Hunter Henry. Not the Charger we were looking for. And then our Kid Reporter card. Pack number 2. Paris Campbell. Dwayne Haskins. Marlon Humphrey. Disco Prism. We actually have 2 Disco Prisms in this pack. And then our last card in the pack, Disco Josh Allen. And then our Kid Reporter card. Mark Andrews. Kerryon Johnson. Daniel Hunter. Then we have a Jerry Jeudy rookie. And then our last card in the pack is a Chase Young Disco Prism rookie. Not too bad. On to pack number 4. Justin Tucker. Jonnu Smith. Rondé Barber. Nice little Disco Prism. Kyle Juszczyk. On to pack number 5. Devin Singletary. Golden Tate. We have a James Morgan rookie. And then our last card in the pack is a Joshua Kelly Rookie Disco Prism. Speed Reporter card. All right, last pack. Pack number 6. Austin Hooper. Tyreek Hill. And then our silver is, oh, how about that? Lamar Jackson. And then our last card in the box is a Josh Allen hype insert. Alrighty, now that we've opened all of our packs, let's go back through our list and see who got which cards. We'll start with Josh Allen since he had the hype insert and then also a Disco Prism base parallel. And both of those go to Dan. Congrats on that. Nice little quick double up. Do our rookies next. Our James Morgan rookie goes to Jeremy. Congrats on that. Then our Jerry Jeudy rookie goes to Dan with the quick triple. Congrats on that. And then our Justin Jefferson rookie goes to Fred. Congrats on that, Fred. And then our Lamar Jackson silver goes to Jeremy. Doubling up. Congrats. Very nice. So now we'll go to our Disco Prisms. We pulled, actually got 6 of those in our box. First is our Joshua Kelly Rookie Disco Prism. And that goes to Dan. Dan's building the stack. And then our next one is Kyle Jaziski. And that goes to Rob. Congrats on that, Rob. And then next is our Marlon Humphrey. And that goes to Jeremy. Congrats on that. And then next our Hunter Henry. And that goes to Frederick. Congrats on that, Frederick. And then last but certainly not least, our Chase Young Disco Prism. And that goes to Michael. Congrats on that, Michael. Well, alrighty. That concludes our 2020 Prism Football Random Player One Blaster Box break number 1. Thanks to everybody who bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks the way you do. Appreciate everybody that joined us in the live feed for the break this evening. And we'll be back here in about 7 minutes with our Prism Draft Basketball break. Thanks again, everybody. You know what? I'm glad that you brought that up. Brian, thanks for doing that. Good gracious. Let me flip that screen back up because I totally forgot to call that out. I'm glad one of us is on top of this today, Brian. Let me flip that screen back up here. Was it top 3 that I stipulated? Oh yeah, for the Immaculate. Thank you so much, Brian, for reminding me about that. So it looks like Victor, Dan, and Jeremy will get free spots in the 2020 Immaculate Collegiate Football break on Saturday. So congrats on that. I'll send you an email in case I should have mentioned it while we were doing the break itself, and I apologize for not. But I'll send those fellows an email just to let them know that they got those spots. Again, Brian, thank you for reminding me about that. I totally slipped my mind. Totally slipped my mind. But yeah, those are our top 3 from the random. So they will get free spots. And then one of our spots in Prism, the top spot, will get a free team in Clearly Donruss. Go ahead and get that list updated and get our random set up for that. That should be a fun box to tear into. We're shipping out all cards on that because all the cards are rookie cards. So there's no real, veteran base. It's all rookies. So, and you know how basketball is. Any one of these guys could just take off and catch fire, and all of a sudden it's a $20 card. I mean, we certainly know how that goes with basketball. So yeah, there's 60 cards in the box. So nice big mega box. I'll get that random all set though, and we'll get it going. I can't believe I forgot about that. Glad you reminded me, Brian. That would have been embarrassing to not at least got that in on the live feed. Well, your chances are pretty good. This is not a huge break. I mean, this checklist is just like 95 players deep. And there's only a handful of people that have bought spots, so let's see here. I think you got a couple. If I was just going through the list. Should be a pretty good box though. There's a ton of parallels in it. A lot of red ice. Looks like it is sold out. Thanks to I think it just sold out, Brian. I think Jim and Lester beat you to the punch. I'm going to go ahead and get our random set. We'll get started. Might be a minute or two off schedule, but I guess that can't be the worst thing that's happened to us today, being a few minutes off schedule. That's all right. I bought a couple boxes of these. I got a Target version. I believe this is the Target version with the red ice, and then I've got one that's a Walmart version with pink ice, but it's basically the same stipulation. It's 12 pack, 5 card per pack, and there's like 22 of the red ice, and then a couple silvers, and I think there's an autograph as well. So I think I'll run the other one probably in a week or two. I might actually run it next Wednesday. We'll see what's going on, but probably run it then. I think it should be pretty good though. Well, alrighty. Looks like it is 6:25, so let's get started with our 2021 Panini Prism Draft Basketball Random Player 1 Mega Box Break number 1. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we list everybody in random.org in the order of which they purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times and then match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. And just as a side note, the person in the top spot in the random will get a free spot in our 1920 Donruss Clearly Random Team Break on Saturday. Good luck, everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and number 5. And we've got Anthony in the top spot. And we've got Lester in the bottom spot. All right, I actually got that to work. And I'm showing the right screen. All right, so I'm going to cut and paste our list over to the right and sort by everybody's names. We'll go through our list and then tear into our box and see what goodies we get. Real quick before we start scrolling through our list, congrats to Anthony. As having the top spot in the random, he will also get a free spot in our 1920 Donruss Clearly Random Team Break on Saturday. So congrats on that, Anthony. Alrighty, Now that we have been through our list, let's open our box and see what we get. Good luck, everybody. Neatly organized. So there's a special red foil pack in here that has our bonus autograph pack. We'll set that there. I like how they do that. They don't rattle around as much. Definite quality improvement for the mega boxes there. So here's our bonus pack. It'll have our Red Ice Auto. Here are our 12 5-card packs. First pack. Killian Hayes. And then our first Red Ice Prism is Theo Maledon. Then our second Red Ice Prism is Xavier Tillman. Then Jalen Smith. And then lastly, we have a Killian Hayes Crusade subset card. Is that a subset or insert? Yeah, it's a subset. All right, pack number 2. Theo Maledon. James Wiseman. And we have a Isaiah Stewart. I have to say the Red Ice looks really fantastic. Looks really good. And then next up is a Tyrese Halliburton Red Ice Crusade. And then our last card in the pack is Trey Jones. Next pack. Cole Anthony. Son of Greg Anthony, whose rookie card was in the 91-92 Upper Deck basketball set. Red Ice, Jalen Smith. Then Red Ice, Kira Lewis Jr. Marcus Howard. And then another Marcus Howard. Alrighty. Theo Maledon. Xavier Tillman. Here we go. LaMelo Ball, red ice. Not too shabby. Nice card for the LaMelo spot. Then we have a Jaden McDaniels red ice. And then Tyler Bay base. Next pack. Isaiah Stewart. Denny Avdija, red ice. We've got a nice silver coming up. How about that? Little Anthony Edwards silver. Next card, Killian Hayes. Hey Dusty, how are you doing? Good to see you. And then our last card in the pack is Precious Achiuwa. I know I always mispronounce his last name. I'll get it eventually. All right, next pack. Tyrese Halliburton Crusade. Jalen Smith. Isaac Okoro, red ice. Then we have a Precious red ice. Then our last card in the pack is Killian Hayes. I feel like we've pulled like 5 or 6 of his cards already out of this box. So whoever has the Killian Hayes spot is going to get a ton of cards. Next pack. But that's all right because he was a lottery pick, so he's got to be pretty good. Kira Lewis Jr. Yeah, they look fantastic. I don't even know if the camera really shows them as well as they look in person, but they look really nice. Devin Vassell, or Vassell. Then our next red ice is Josh Green. And then Patrick Williams. And then our last card is Jamius Ramsey. Alrighty, next pack. Alright, there we go, another LaMelo to go with the red ice. Then Jaden McDaniels. Yeah, it looks good for sure. Regardless of the color, it is very sharp pattern. Then our first red ice prism is Denny Avija. Then our next one is Daniel Oturo. And then our last card in the pack is a Crusade Isaac Okoro. Next pack. Denny. Then red ice Cassius Winston. Then our next red ice is Robert Woodward II. Then we have Zeke and Najee. Gotta get some more sleeves out. Running the sleeves. I forgot I was going to have to sleeve all these. And then our last card in the pack is Peyton Pritchard. Next pack. Isaac Okoro. Precious. Got a nice red ice coming up. Battle James Wiseman. How about that? Very nice. Not too shabby there. And we have another nice one coming right up after it. Little Anthony Edwards Crusades. That's certainly a nice pack. Wiseman and Edwards back-to-back red ice prisms. And then our last card in the pack is Ashton Higgins. Next pack. Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell again, look at that, back to back. Little red ice. And then if that were not enough, our next card little Devon Silver. So whoever has the Devon spot just got 3 cards in one pack. How about that? So that is our second silver in the box. Our next card is Ashton Hagen's base. And then our last card is Jade McDaniels Crusades. Last pack. Josh Green. Denny. Got a nice red ice coming. How about that? Nice LaMelo again. And then right behind that, finally, little Obi Toppin. Only card of him we pulled in the box, but it's a red ice prism. And then our last card in this pack is Patrick Williams. I was getting ready to say last card in the box, but we still have our bonus prism pack, which should have 1 red ice autograph in it. So let's see who that is. And it is John Mooney. Alrighty, now that we have opened all of our packs and sleeved all of our cards, let's go through our list and see who got who. But first, give me a second to sort all this stuff out, because it's a big stack of cards and multiple players had multiple cards. So give me just a moment and we'll go through our list. It might take me a second. But I'll try to be quick. about halfway done. Didn't realize the sorting would take quite so long. Give me just another couple minutes. Have it all sorted out. Alrighty. Sorry about that. It took me a while to sort all those out. We're gonna start at the top of the list. I'm gonna go alphabetically by player. So for Anthony Edwards, it looks like Jim had Anthony Edwards. We have a Silver Crusade, and then we have a Red Ice Crusade. So congrats on that, Jim. Very nice cards. And we have Brian got a couple of Ashton Hagen's base rookies. Congrats on that. And then our Cassius Winston Red Ice goes to Anthony. Congrats on that. And then our Cole Anthony base goes to Jeffrey. Congrats on that. And then our Daniel Oturo Red Ice goes to Brian. Congrats on that, Brian. And then our Denny Avija, he has 2 base cards and then 2 Red Ice Prism Parallels. So that's 4 cards, and those also go to Brian. Congrats on that. And then our Devin Vasile, he's got a ton of cards, and those go to Melissa. Let's see what we've got here for Devin. We've got 1 base, 1 silver, and then 2 red ice. Congrats on that. Nice little stack there. And then for Isaac Okuro, who goes to Tim, let's see what we've got here. We've got base, and then base Crusade, and then red ice. Congrats on that, Tim. And then for Isaiah Stewart, who goes to Brian as well, we've got base and red ice. Awesome, congrats on that. And then for Jaden McDaniels, goes to Melissa, we've got base, base Crusade, and red ice prism. Very nice. And then Jamius Ramsey base also goes to Melissa. And then Jalen Smith, who goes to Lester, has, let's see, 2 base cards and a red ice prism. Congrats on that. And then James Wiseman, who goes to Fred. We've got the base Crusade and then a red ice prism. And then our John Mooney red ice autograph goes to Anthony. Congrats on that. And then Josh Green, who also goes to Anthony. And we've got a base and also a red ice prism. And then Killian Hayes, who goes to Jeffrey. Let's see, we've got 4 base cards. Congrats on that. And then for Kira Lewis Jr., it goes to Brian. We have 1 base card. And then for LaMelo, who goes to Jeffrey, we've got 1 base card. And we have 2 red ice prism cards. And one quick correction, Kira Lewis also had a red ice prism. So they also go to you, Brian. Sorry about that, I missorted. So he had base and red ice. Sorry about that. Sometimes I will forget my highlighting as I'm going through. All right, so next up is Marcus Howard. And he had 2 base cards, and those go to Fred. And then Patrick Williams, let's see who has Patrick. Those go to Jim. And he had 2 base cards. Congrats on that, Jim. And then our Peyton Pritchard base goes to Dwayne. And then we had a Obi Toppin red ice prism, which goes to Lester. Congrats on that, Lester. Getting a little bit out of order there. And then our precious cards also go to Lester. Let's see, we had 2 base and 1 ice prism. And then our Robert Woodward II, who also goes to Brian, had a red ice prism. And then Theo Maldon, who goes to Melissa, had 2 base cards and 1 red ice prism. And then our Trey Jones base goes to Tim. Congrats on that. And then our Tyler Bay base goes to Fred. Congrats on that. And then for Tyrese Halliburton, which goes to Melissa, we had 1 base Crusade. And then we also had a red ice prism Crusade. And then for Xavier Tillman, who goes to Brian, we had a base card and a red ice prism card. And then our last card is Zeke Nnaji, and he had a base card, and that goes to Melissa. Alrighty. That was quite the list. Thought we would have got a few more base cards of other players, but not the end of the world. Still thought we did pretty good, though. A couple of LaMelos, Anthony Edwards Silver, not too bad. Well, alrighty, that concludes our 2020-21 Panini Prism Draft Basketball Random Player 1 Megabox break number 1. Thanks to everybody who bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks. Thanks to everybody that joined us on the live feed for the breaks this evening. Hope you all had a great time. I certainly did. And we will see you all back here on Saturday at 5 o'clock. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of your night. Thanks again, everybody. I thought that went pretty good. Would have liked to have had a little more player variety on that, but I thought it was pretty nice though. We'll take some quick pictures. Guess I'll take our picture of our silver first. I thought that was pretty good though. not too bad. I thought the Prison Blaster was fun. You know, it's kind of hit or miss with those, but again, it's kind of an affordable chance at a very expensive product, so that's good. Obviously, we'll run a lot more of those. Probably do a little bit more hanger box, just because I feel like there's a little bit more value there for what you get per box, for price. Thought the draft box turned out really good, but it's draft, so a lot of red ice and got a real nice silver, so I thought that was fantastic. But thanks everybody for watching. I certainly appreciate it. I hope everybody has a good and safe rest of your week, and we'll see you back here Saturday. We've got the schedule posted in the blog section of the website, and we will see you back then. Thanks again, y'all.